Hey, everyone. It is your girl Kiki, and I am back with another video. So, tonight we're gonna cover how Stella got a groove back. Let's go ahead and dive in. How Stella Got a Groove Back is a 1998 film directed by Kevin Rodney Sullivan. This is a film from Terry McMillan's 1996 best-selling novel. The main characters of this movie is Stella, played by Angela Bassett, and Winston, played by Taye Diggs. Let's go ahead and dive in. First thing I want to point out about this movie is what in the world was Stella thinking? I mean, I'm 32 years old, and I could not imagine dating a 20-year-old at this age. So I surely couldn't imagine doing that at 40 something years old. I believe she was 40 in the movie, going on 41 or something like that. That was absolutely insane to me. One thing I found so strange is how quickly she fell into this love affair with Winston. I mean, she played a little hard to get at first, but it didn't really take much for her to give him some play. I feel like Stella acted as if she played hard to get, but she honestly really didn't. Just a little bit, but it didn't take much for her to fall. I thought it was interesting how frustrated Stella would get with Winston for doing things that 20-year-olds do. Like how and why are you so mad about him eating Cocoa Puffs in the middle of the day, playing video games, and whatever else he was doing? This is what you signed up for, right? I mean, 20-year-olds do 20-year-old things. So, I mean, they might not, clean as much. They may not care about the certain things that you care about. They may eat cereal and in the bed and watch TV or whatever. He was 20, literally. He had just left high school a few years prior. I mean, come on now. Like, these are just legit things that 18, 19, and 20-year-olds do. Winston should have been out living his life, being a 20-year-old and dating college girls, not being in a relationship with a 40-year-old woman with a kid, might I add. I personally felt that it wasn't a good look and it was inappropriate for Stella to be dating a 20-year-old and she had a young son. Like, what example are you setting? She was really offended because when she went to meet Winston's parents, his mother had an attitude and she wasn't very welcoming. But I have to admit, I do understand. Don't get me wrong. Maybe her approach could have been different, but I do understand her concern and frustration when finding out her 20-year-old son is in a relationship with a woman a few years younger than her. It was so sad to me how quickly Stella's friend, Delilah, played by Whoopi Goldberg, it was so sad how quickly she passed away. I hated the fact that she didn't tell Stella she was sick. I understand sometimes people do that for their own personal reasons, but it just seems a bit unfair to me. Towards the end of the movie, when Stella and Winston decided to part ways, they should have honestly just kept it that way. He decided to go back home and finish school to be a doctor, and she was going to work on her dream of building furniture. She was out of work at that time, and although the movie portrayed things as if she was pretty well off and wasn't necessarily struggling financially, it still would have put them in a predicament where she is carrying all the weight financially, which draws wedges in relationships. So you already have one thing fighting up against your relationship, which is the big 20-year age gap. But then you add in financial wedges and stresses to the relationship. Most people don't work much or even at all when they are in school to be a doctor because it's just way too much and it's just way too hectic. Going to school to be a doctor is super stressful. That's another weight that would have been added to their relationship. That man should have went back home to his parents and finished school, and she should have worked on her dream and found a man closer to her age. This is just honestly my opinion. Y'all let me know down in the comments what y'all think. Side note though, Angela Bassett's body was banging in this movie and in every movie. She looked awesome. And that party they went to when they were in Jamaica, it was lit, but maybe a little too lit for my liking and apparently too lit for Stella's liking. The movie overall, of course, it's a classic movie. Terry McMillan always brings the heat when it comes to, the movies and the books and things like that. But this is just my opinion about the movie and, the age difference and everything. And I feel that her friend Delilah shouldn't have been like trying to push her to sleep with him, because it was like, come on now. Like, I don't know. That's just my opinion. But Stella's sister, the pregnant one, she was too judgmental. I mean, she was just always in Stella's ear with something. And I feel that when you want to get through to someone, that's not the way to do it. You're acting all high and mighty. You're looking down your nose at them. You can talk to someone and tell them your opinion about something that they're doing in life without jumping down their throat every chance you get and acting as if you're better than them. Because usually that just push people further away. That does not draw them in and help them. Sometimes when your approach is different, people will listen and people will take heed, and maybe they will stop whatever it is they're doing. And sometimes they don't. But you have to remember, people will do what they think is best for them. What they think is best for them. And even if they don't think it's best for them, sometimes people are just caught up in their own ways and they're going to do them. But if you love that person, just realize that if they're adults, and you have to sometimes just kind of back up and let people find their way. So let me know what y'all think about how Stella got a groove back in the comments, and I will be back with another video very soon. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and until next time, bye.